It was the sound of summer 1987. Indiana rolled out its seatbelt law July 1st.
I don't want to, so I'm not going to.
What if the police stop you?
Well, they'll have to give me a ticket because I'm not going to wear it.
It was a big change for Hoosiers. At the time, studies suggested only 20% of Indiana drivers were buckled up.
I think it stinks.
How come?
Because they're trying to make you do something that's in your own car.
You don't plan to wear your seatbelt?
No, sir.
The law required anyone in the front seat of a car or bus to wear a seatbelt, but any vehicle with a truck license plate was exempt, and enforcement was, by law, an afterthought.
The Indiana seatbelt law is a secondary law. That means police have to stop you for some other violation first. Drivers cannot be stopped just because they or their passengers are not wearing seatbelts.
That was 1987. Now in 2017, a lot has changed. As of 2007, failing to fasten your seatbelt is a primary violation in the Hoosier state, meaning it's the only violation an officer has to see to pull you over and give you a ticket. There were a number of loopholes. That is, until 2007, when legislators expanded the law, requiring every person in a vehicle to buckle up. Car, truck, or SUV, front seat or back seat, everyone now has to wear a seatbelt.
Fast forward to present day, we are just shy of 92% usage. Now, while that seems like a tremendous number, there's still 8% to go.
Indiana State Police Sergeant Philip Hensley says that 8% is largely made up of young people, teenagers and drivers in their early 20s.
And, stubborn as we are, I suppose, males tend to wear it less than females. Females are better at wearing it.
Imagine that.
Very funny.
In a quick 5-minute spot test along I-265 in Floyd County, Sergeant Hensley counted 6 eastbound drivers not wearing seatbelts.
From our standpoint, that's not 6 traffic stops and 6 tickets. That's 6 lives that could potentially be impacted should they go down the road, a mile down the road, have a crash and something happen.
According to the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute, more than half of the people killed in passenger car crashes in 2015 were not wearing seatbelts, a grim reality that claimed 296 lives. Among them, 17-year-old Michelle Hewitt, a Seymour High School senior thrown from her vehicle as she and a group of friends crashed in rural Harrison County. It's scenes like these that haunt Indiana's officers charged with enforcing the seatbelt law. Sergeant Hensley is an accident reconstructionist for the state police, responding to some of southern Indiana's most horrific crashes.
There is nothing worse. You get a call over the radio, hey, there's been a crash with injury, possible ejection. Their body is laying out in the street. You go over to that body, you pick it up and hold it in your arms, this lifeless, not moving body, and watch them take their last breath in your arms. Puts the usage of seatbelt in a completely different perspective. Knowing if they would have been wearing that seatbelt, they could have still had a fighting chance to get through and survive that crash.
The fine for not wearing a seatbelt in Indiana is a mere $25, a slap on the hand for those who say they would rather go without. But 30 years of data and heartbreak suggest the real cost could be your life.
You ought to wear it for yourself. You ought to wear it for your family. Wear it for your loved ones who, after you are involved in a bad crash, can go to you, give you a hug, and say, hey, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you had that seatbelt on.